Guatemala is located in the Central American Isthmus with a territorial extension of 108,889 square kilometers and is limited to the west and north by Mexico, to the east by Belize and the Gulf of Honduras. It is a multicultural country whose history has been divided between periods of democratic governments, civil war, and a dictatorship. It's estimated the population is over 4,700,000 people, taking into account its metropolitan area, which makes it the most populated urban center in Central America.
The Motagua is one of the largest rivers in Central America. It runs almost 500 kilometers from the Quiche area in the northwestern region of Guatemala to its mouth in the Caribbean of Honduras. This area is considered megadiverse, particularly because of the Central American barrier, which multiple species of plants and animals call home. However, this beautiful, pristine location faces a catastrophic problem that is threatening its survival. An immense amount of garbage is being disposed of into the river.
The cause of this problem is multidimensional. No less two issues stand out. First, the Guatemalan government has not enacted any serious plans to tackle their waste management shortcomings. Adding to this concerning matter, Honduras, the country with which Guatemala shares the river, is responsible for over 80% of the pollution affecting the river. To give you an idea of how bad the situation is, in just 2 days, 144 tons of garbage were collected from the river.
This situation is impacting our ecosystem, with too many species in decline, from coral reefs in seagrass to endangered animals such as turtles, manatee, or dovetail that usually live in the area and are gradually facing increasing mortality rates as a result of ingesting sizable amounts of plastics. Microplastics, for instance, have come to be an underlying problem due to the massive amounts that are dumped in these 45 kilometers that are being affected.
But that's not all. This crisis is also affecting the lives of many struggling fishing communities, because fish stocks are rapidly declining and many species have practically disappeared from the region. This in turn is aggravating the conditions of poverty and exposure to disease of the thousands of people living in the area. The amounts of garbage are so large that they are spreading as far as Roatan, a Caribbean island known for its paradisiac beaches and nearly pristine reefs. But neither country is committing to the task of confronting the issue, which leads to an ongoing conflict between the two.
There are around 90 townships and 19 coastal communities which suffer as a result of water pollution. Approximately 500 fishermen from these communities put their health at risk every day by fishing among trash, exposing themselves to medical waste and other hazardous materials. Microplastics and small trash particles, for instance, can be found in very high levels not only in the river but also in the ocean. This might not be considered a problem for human population. However, it has been proven that large number of microplastics are ingested by fish, which in turn are eaten by humans, causing a real health risk. The fishermen say that it's a miracle they are still alive, as they feel they are merely surviving. Taking care of the families is now a real challenge because the little money they earn, they have to spend on medication. Fish are rapidly disappearing from the area because of the amount of trash and because their ecosystem is dramatically changing. However, this is not only a health issue because the country's economy has been directly affected as well.
Solutions. Well, one of the solutions will be to build a barrier in a way that all the garbage is concentrated in one place, so it can be collected and managed properly. And for the nanoparticles or residues that remain in the water, bubbling nanotechnology will be used, which allows all these residues to come to the surface and be collected. This way, the river could be cleaned and the garbage treated properly.